Yeah, big shout out to Music Connection Magazine. It's Doughboy Tony. We here.
All right, so Doughboy Tony, thanks for hanging with us at Music Connection Magazine, Orange County's own. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm from Orange County, man. Born and raised. I was born in the city of Santana. Grew up there a little bit. Moved over to a neighboring city, Garden Grove. Been there most of the time. But, I've lived in Anaheim, other areas of Orange County. But, a lot of my upbringing was in the city of Santana just because that's where my family's from and, played sports there, all that, so I owe a lot to that city. But yeah, I'm a hip-hop artist from Orange County. The hip-hop, the love started back when I was probably 5, 6 years old, bro. Just kicking it with my uncle. He was a teenager at the time. We're 8 years apart. It's my mom's younger brother. So I always seen him like a big brother. It was never like an uncle, bro. It was always just little bro, big bro. I probably bugged the shit out of him, but I was always there in his room kicking it. He was always in his little black book. He was into graffiti and shit, so he was into like that backpack rap, Big L, the East Coast sound, The first album I ever listened to, while just being around him was a 50 Cent album, Get Rich or Die Trying. And that whole album, bro, just kind of, I fell in love with music since then, and then the movie came out, so I put like a good image to the music, so it was cool, But more than anything, what I appreciated out of that was I got a taste of hip hop that I wasn't getting nowhere else, because if I went out with my pops and his homies, or if I went out with like my homies, growing up, it was always like the West Coast shit, Snoop, Dre, listening to shit like that, which I love, don't get me wrong, I love it, but if it really wasn't for me kicking it with my uncle a lot, I would have never really gotten that taste of like the East Coast sound so much. And now when I look at my music, I feel like I have a lot of influence from there. Which was the bar, the cadences, like the sound in general. Like I got a lot of influence from there. So I owe a lot to my uncle. In terms of like music knowledge and rap knowledge, like I give him mad props for that. Because I would have never really gotten into. I don't think I would have gotten into hip hop as much as I did. Because I looked at it as like different. When I listened to like the West Coast stuff, you could relate to a lot of it. And then when I listened to the East Coast stuff, like I couldn't relate to a lot of it. So like I would just go upon myself to be like, research and like look at different artists, different areas that they're from, stuff like that. So it created a good bond between me and the music. And then, I appreciate the hip hop because I feel like it created a good bond between me and my uncle. We would both together collectively like talk about music. And it wasn't even just then when I first got into it, it goes up till now, we listen to certain shit, like we'll bump certain shit that like nobody else is like, everybody else in the family, the homies are like, what the fuck, but like, we like it, it's like, bro, hip hop head shit. So that's what really got me into hip hop as a kid, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, same thing with me, East Coast rap. Like, who were some of the East Coast artists, you mentioned Big L, who were some of the other artists like helped influence your music?
Yeah, definitely. I would just say Big L, Nas, Prodigy and Havoc, Mobb Deep in general, and then for sure Biggie. Like I just love the way he it just sounds so confident, so cocky, but at the same time like he's not just saying regular shit. Like he's really spitting some bars and stuff like that. So I think those are like the main artists for sure.
Sure. Like you mentioned Biggie, is that where you got your name, like Doughboy Tony? Like is that how it, Like a big
Yeah. Nah, actually the name came about from when I was younger. My pops and his homies used to call me Doughboy because I'm sure you guys seen Boys in the Hood. The kid version of Doughboy, he's like chubbier, darker, always wearing like a black hat and shit. That's just always been me.
Okay.
So since I was a kid, they would call me Doughboy. Yeah.
Okay.
And I just kind of my name's Anthony, so and everybody called me Tony all my life. So I just put 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long have you been rapping?
So actually rapping, I started in 2018, but before that, I've always wrote raps. I've always been a big writer, since I was a kid. Aside from hip hop, writing was always a big thing of mine. It's the only thing I like to do in school. I never mind the essays and shit like that, cause I used to do them quick. I don't know why, I've always just been quick with my writing. I could think of shit and just come up with it, And so but probably when I was like 13 or 14, I did my first rap, and I did it on my grandma had like her own like little laptop that she would watch movies on. It had like a DVD player in it, and I downloaded this program called Audacity, and I used the laptop mic. I didn't have a mic, nothing. I just used a laptop mic, wrote some raps, picked the beat, downloaded it, put it on there, and just like spit something on there. That was the first time I ever tried it, and that was like the last time I ever did it, cause I was just like super like embarrassed about it, I guess. Like I just didn't want to show nobody or tell nobody. And so I got out of high school, then I was just kind of like, I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do, bro. Like I didn't really have passion for anything else other than music and writing. And I seen the homie did like a music video, and I was with my uncle working, and my uncle has the homie's pops like on Facebook. And I guess he posted it and he seen it. He's like, hey, isn't this so and so? My homie Eddie. Isn't this Eddie? And I was like, oh shit, it is. And then like from there, bro, like I got in contact with the homie, and like to me it was like if the homie's doing it, you know, like I could do it too. And yeah, I hit him up, bro, and he welcomed me with open arms. This was like the summer of 2018, and that's the first time I went and like recorded anything like on the actual mic with the program. He mixed it a little bit. That was the first time.
2018, I mean, like really like 4 years.
4 years, bro.
So a lot has happened, right?
Yeah.
In between time, like you, like I said, connected with major artists, independent artists, doing shows, opening up for major artists. Like, tell us about that. Like, did it fast forward for you? Like, how did it take off?
When I was first doing it, it felt really slow. I wasn't moving as fast as I would have liked to. But it wasn't until 2019 when I dropped an album, and I did this song called Cultura, and I spoke like about the people, you know, like the raza, the brown people, and just kind of used things that I seen growing up, things that I seen in the communities that we come from, and I just put it into a song, used a little bit of history, you know, and the song just kind of took off on its own, like without even like pushing no promotion or nothing. It just kind of took off on its own, and then when I seen like the buzz it was creating, then I started like, you know, putting more promotion behind it and like trying to get it out there more. And that's when I first realized like, damn, like I could take this shit serious, you know, like I've impacted a big group of people, you know, not just people from my city or people from like my area, you know, like this worldwide. Like I had people from, you know, Mexico, Spain, like Germany, people hitting me up about my music now. That was like 2019. That's when I really started to realize like finally what I'm doing is getting like the recognition, you know? And then I just kept dropping music, kept dropping singles. And then recently was been like a big eye opener for me. I started doing this series called Take It Back Tuesdays. I was talking with one of the homies that he like helps manage me, homie Frankie, and he was like, bro, you gotta do something that you like, some content that you do just weekly, bro. Just, you know, get people like waiting for a day to be like, hey, Doughboy's gonna do something this day. And we came up with Take It Back Tuesdays, bro, and like recently it's been crazy. Like I have my highest view video right now is like 500,000, you know, and that's just like off an Instagram clip. And I guess I'm seeing it even more now again, you know, I'm going through that phase again. Cause after I did that with that song, like it kind of slowed down. Like the buzz was still going, you know, I was still dropping music, people were still fucking with me. But now it's like I'm back to where that was, you know, creating that next little buzz, you know. And now it's just keep doing what I'm doing, and you know, just trying to get more creative with different concepts, trying to do more stuff, get out there.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's true. You know, everything's a grind. You know, and that's like, how does it feel to get that type of attention in such a short, you know, time frame?
Honestly, it feels good, bro. It feels good because it's like you appreciate it, because it's like what I'm doing, you know, it's like it's being appreciated by other people. I'm not a big person when it comes to like attention and like fame and shit like that. Like if there's one thing that I could change about all of this, I wish I could just do music and like have my music out there, and like I don't really care about the attention. I've always been that way, like since high school. I just never really cared for it. But it feels good. Like I'm not gonna lie, like and say like I hate it because it feels good because it's just like it tells you that people are appreciating your work. You know, like you're doing what you love, and you're not just doing it for no reason. People are actually anticipating what you're gonna do. People are looking forward to what you're gonna do, and like whatever you got out, like people love it and like really embrace it.
So like you mentioned the attention. Is that like the worst part of like the rap game to you, or
Yeah,
it's like the
definitely. Just for the simple fact of the negative attention it brings, obviously we all see this in the news, the stuff that's going on with a lot of rappers. Me personally, like I wouldn't even say that I should be somebody who worries about that too much, cause like even though my family and I come from the areas where like it's heavy, gang influence. I'm not a gang member myself, in my music, I don't push that. But no matter what you do, when you're doing something good, you're gonna cause negative attention, And it's already happened a few times, and fuck it, it's whatever, this is what I wanna do. I'm not gonna run for it because of that. But that's like the worst thing that comes with it for sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think, any like anything that you're pursuing that you're good at, others are gonna try to test you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? To see what your textures work, you know what I mean? So
no matter what.
yeah, I understand that part. So you mentioned your first album. What are you working on right now? Mixtapes, EPs, LPs?
Right now I've just been dropping singles. I'm getting ready to drop my third single this month. Which is compared to other years, I feel like since I started, I feel like this year was a little slower for me in terms of dropping. But I felt like this year the quality was like the best I've done so far, Shout out my boy Wizzo. He was actually Nipsey's like engineer and producer for like 6 years. And I have like a little deal with him now. He's from the city too, so I'm working with him. And we're putting music together. So right now, all I'm trying to do is kind of get into that like studio mode, and just bang out music because I'm hoping to drop 3 EPs next year. I want to do like a summer type of EP, like some summer anthems. And I'm trying to do one where it's more like backpack rap, some boom bap shit. Where like that's where the East Coast influence comes in. And then I'm trying to do like a Spanish EP, bro, because I've done a few Spanish tracks already, and I've seen like the love that it gets. So, cater to that audience as well. I'm not too focused or stuck on like one certain genre or like one particular audience, I'm trying to feed like whatever I feel like I want to do. And I know people like, I got fans that like that shit, and I'm gonna do it,
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So it's gonna be like a trilogy? Like is there gonna be any sort of connection with each project, or it's just different faces of you?
Yeah. So I wanted the West Coast one with like the West Coast influence sound, and the backpack one to kind of have like a connection to them. But the Spanish one's just gonna be its own thing. Yeah.
That's what's up. Like any features that we can look forward to, any artists that you feel like, yo, they're gonna hop on this record, or anybody up and coming, you want to give a shout out, like, yo, look out for this person on the record.
As of right now, I haven't gotten anything set in stone because I haven't even started the music to it yet. But yeah, no, I'm got a few like people in mind who obviously, off camera I talked to you about tech, more technique. So I'm hoping to, get something with him on the EP for sure. But yeah, other than that, nothing really set in stone yet.
That's what's up. What like your top 5 artists that are alive right now?
Top 5 artists that are alive right now?
Dead or alive.
Oh, dead or alive? Man, it'd be wrong not to put Pac and Biggie in there, obviously. Pac, Big. I gotta give it up to Corrupt for sure. He's a top 5 artist for me. Kendrick. I love Kendrick stuff. Man, a 5th one. I'll probably go Nas. We're talking like skill based, right? Yeah. I'll probably go those top 5 right there.
Definitely. And I'm sure you've heard of KD3, right?
KD3?
Yeah, King's Disease 3. Have you heard Nas's new album?
Oh, the album. Yeah. We're talking about rappers. I'm like,
yeah. The album, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Tight.
That's what's up. Yeah, same here. Definitely. Okay, cool. Shit. Tell us about like any shows that are coming up?
So I got something December 3rd, which is a Saturday. I got a toy drive that I'm doing. The homies in Aloha, he's from Orange County, he's from San Juan Capistrano, that area over there. They're doing like a toy drive for, it's gonna be in Santa Ana, but it's gonna be like, it's at GCS. I don't know if you heard of GCS. That's like a hip hop pillar in Orange County, bro. Like it's a craft store, but they do a lot of hip hop shows there and stuff. So the event's gonna be there, and it's for his city. He's doing like a toy drive for the kids in his city and stuff. So I'm gonna pop out, do a little set, and then I got something December 15th with it's gonna be like Kid Frost, The Sinceres, a few other artists. It's also a toy drive. And then December 17th or 18th, which is also another toy drive for a car club right there from where I'm from.
Okay.
They're gonna do like
everything's happening in OC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's pretty much all three events are in Santa Ana.
Okay.
Yeah. So and the car club one is like a community event, a toy drive that they're gonna do.
Okay.
And then I'm blanking on the date, but I got something with Corrupt and RBO Posse.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm blanking on the date though. It's this month too though. So on my Instagram I'll be putting it up there.
Yeah. So you're working.
Yeah.
You're up a lot, like closing out the year pretty strong, December. So then, next year, you feel like you got like other things lined up, or it's kind of like wide open?
In terms of shows, next year is pretty much wide open right now.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure it's wide open. But I'm for sure gonna be locked in trying to get those EPs done. The goal is 3, but if I get 2, that's perfect.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So we covered a lot. Is there
Yeah,
anything else that you want to let your fans or any new fans about your music? Anything that you tap into?
Just tap into music on all streaming platforms. Spotify, Apple Music, all that. I got music videos on YouTube, channel Doughboy Tony, Instagram Doughboy.Tony. Tap in. I'm gonna be dropping a lot of new stuff. Like I mentioned, a little bit of everything for everybody, like the boom bap lovers, the backpack rap lovers, the West Coast sound lovers, and some Spanish stuff.
That's what's up. Yeah. And what's one piece of advice you would give to any upcoming artists trying to come up in the game?
I would definitely say to let go of that fear, because I feel like a lot of people let that shit eat them. Fear's like a bad disease, bro. Like as soon as it gets a hold of you, it's a wrap. So just kind of keep that mindset that you really got nothing to lose. Just kind of put your pride to the side and just don't let that fear eat you up, man.